Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to talk about a newly shown kind of product from Sideshow Collectibles, and this time it is their new Rancor statue. So this is quite exciting. I don't often talk about Sideshow statues just because I don't collect very many of them. I do have some Sideshow statues, but not a ton. However, this one really caught my eye, and I'm quite excited about this one, so I definitely wanted to make a video about it. So here's the Rancor. Obviously, Rancor is kind of the pet to Jabba the Hutt, featured in Return of the Jedi, wherein, of course, he sends one of his guards down there and gets eaten, and then sends Luke down there, and Luke ends up killing the Rancor. But I've always enjoyed the Rancor, even as a kid. I've always been a fan of the Rancor specifically, and I still am to this day. So to see a kind of high quality product of the Rancor is really exciting because there's just not many Rancor figures that get made. Even the one that was in scale with the 3 3/4 inch line, just because of the kind of rubberish material that it was made out of. Although it looked cool, it didn't hold up very well and wasn't just a great figure. There's been no kind of figures higher ends from Sideshow or Hot Toys of the Rancor, of course, just because he's such a big character. And one that wasn't featured in the films for too long. And there's just, I think that this is the only Rancor statue that there's ever been. So there's just not a ton of products for the Rancor. So to get a high-end product of the Rancor coming out is really exciting. So let's talk about it. As of the moment, we only have a preview for it, which is just one preview shot right here, and then the kind of scale shot down here. So there's not a ton. Sorry, a little advertisement. So there's not a ton that we have so far. Oh my god. Sorry about that, all my emails started coming in. So there's not a ton of photos that we have of this Rancor figure yet. However, we do have, 2 decent shots of it. So I'll probably make an update video once the official images are shown and the price and pre-order date come out. Because at the moment, we don't have any date for pre-order. It just says it'll be on pre-order very soon. So hopefully it is actually very soon and not just very soon, because it's coming eventually. So overall, I think that this looks great. I do have some reference shots of it on the right here of him in the actual movie, and then you can see the product on the left. The product, just looking at kind of the close-up shot like this, I think looks really nice. I think it absolutely represents the look of the Rancor in the movie. I love the big mouth open, looks like he's yelling almost, which just looks super cool. His posture, I think, is also really well captured, as he's almost hunchbacked, but still standing up kind of straight, at least straight for the Rancor at least. And he just looks really neat. I definitely like the way that his hands are really open wide. He's got such unique hands. I think that they look very cool. I'll be interested to see if there's any sort of exclusive accessory with this Rancor. As you can see, he just from the shot on the left there, the bottom left, where we have the scale image of him with the person essentially. He has a really big base. I could definitely see something else being on that base. It would be really cool if they had an exclusive accessory where it was one of the Gamorrean guards that could be standing on that base, or even Luke. Or I could definitely see a bone to put inside of his mouth, because obviously in this shot here he's got the bone that Luke throws in his mouth to hold his mouth open. So it'd be neat if you could put the bone in his mouth. I think that would be very cool. It would be also cool if he came with an interchangeable hand right here that was holding one of the guards. I think that would be really neat too. There's a lot that you could do as far as exclusive accessories go, and I definitely like to see something happening, so to kind of at least hint to the fight that's happening, at least that would be very neat. But yeah, overall, I think that this looks like a great figure. As far as the scale, although Sideshow has not officially mentioned the scale yet, if you just look at him compared to the human there, this does appear to be 1/6 scale, because obviously a Hot Toys figure would probably go right here, and that would probably be the size of a Hot Toys figure. So if you had the Hot Toys Luke, it looks like there is a lot of space on this base, so it would be really cool if you had the Hot Toys Luke. You can display him on the base like he's fighting the Rancor. That would actually be super awesome. And then obviously Sideshow did make a 1/6 scale Jabba the Hutt, which would be in scale with this Rancor statue as well. So I'm really excited about this. I don't think I'm going to buy it just because I don't think it's going to be in my price range. I think that this will probably be a very expensive figure. I I don't quite know the price because I don't collect that many Sideshow statues. I'm a little hard to kind of decipher how big this one is compared to the other statues. I would assume that this will be in the $600 range. I could definitely see it being that, maybe even more. I could, like $600 to $800 is what I think that this is gonna retail for. If it's on the lower end of like 600 or even in the $500 range, I'd be pretty interested and I might actually pick it up. But if it is on the higher end, like the $800 range, I would definitely be skipping it. But nonetheless, I think this is an awesome looking product. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more details and more images of it as well. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of this new Sideshow Collectibles Rancor statue. And thanks so much for watching.